Weather starts now with meteorologist Eric Johnson.
Good Monday morning to you. After a very active weekend, we have a quiet and comfortable start to the morning. Temperatures are in the 40s and low 50s as we look live from the Great Falls Clinic iCam. And wind is nice and light this morning, but again, a very active weekend. We saw a tornado warned storm yesterday over Choteau County. That was actually the same storm that brought some hail to Great Falls, and we actually saw a funnel cloud to the west of Vaughan. So this was the size of that hail in Highwood. This was taken along Highwood Road between Highwood and Fort Benton, and you can see some of that hail. We had reports of hail as large as tennis balls in this town of Highwood, with lots of damage reported. And then this photo was actually taken on Friday. This was a funnel cloud over in Cut Bank, and this ended up touching down as a tornado over in Kevin and Toole County. And Glacier County did see some of that active weather on Friday, but we also saw a funnel cloud, as I mentioned, to the west of Vaughan yesterday with that same storm that moved through Great Falls. And here's all of those storm reports from yesterday. You can see we had a lot of hail reports across Judith Basin and Fergus counties. There was a lot of damage, as well as some strong wind gusts, and there was even some flooding in southeast Montana. But you can also see in between some of those hail reports, we did get some funnel clouds and tornadoes. I'll show you exactly where those were in just a second, but we had 116 storm reports just yesterday. So that doesn't include what we saw on Friday and Saturday. So really over the last few days, we've had hundreds of storm reports. So we did have that funnel cloud reported west of Vaughan yesterday. We also had a funnel cloud over Geraldine with that tornado warned storm, and then a confirmed tornado touchdown just to the north of Roundup. Now today should be a quieter day for folks a little bit further to the west, close to I-15. We'll just look at some isolated showers and storms around for Great Falls and for Helena. But as you do head further to the east towards Judith Basin and Fergus counties, that's where we still run the risk of some of those stronger thunderstorms today. We have a level 1 risk. So those storms will form over the mountains, and then they'll start to push east and become more organized as they push off into southeast Montana, including for Billings, where we could see some damaging winds of over 70 miles an hour, also some large hail and isolated tornadoes. Again, that risk is mainly going to be to the south and east of our area for today. And then tomorrow we finally will catch a break from that severe weather. Still some isolated showers and storms around, but we are not expecting any severe weather for our Tuesday. Lots of clouds around throughout the morning, and then we'll start to see those showers and storms popping up. We could see a quick shower storm along I-15, but most of that activity will be well off to the east. And then there's that very strong line of storms that will push out towards Miles City and into southeastern Montana throughout the evening. We clear out by tomorrow morning. We'll see a little bit of sunshine before some more pop-up showers and storms will form east of I-15. But a lot of clouds around today, temperatures into the 60s and 70s around Helena. A few spots could get into the lower 80s this afternoon, but where we do have those storms, it will be a little bit cooler. And mostly dry today on the high line, other than just an isolated shower or thunderstorm, with temperatures nice and warm into the lower 80s. But looking at the rest of the week, we will start to warm things up with high pressure in place by Wednesday and Thursday, highs in the 80s, and then we see a storm system bringing in much cooler weather next weekend. We actually could see those snow levels dropping to as low as 6,000 feet. We'll see chances of rain and some thunderstorms throughout the weekend. So a pretty big pattern shift, and there is the chance of some severe weather back in our forecast for Friday and Saturday.
Coming up on Montana This Morning, sad news out of Pend Oreille County. The search for a missing man has concluded.
From MTN News, you're watching Montana This Morning.
Welcome back.